Your steps in with me and sip some small town tea. Took a break over the weekend, but we're back at it with more. So the girl who was unalived by her own van at exit 320 off I-75, the Resaca Flying J exit. Turns out it's 25-year-old Elena Brooke Carter from Tempe, Arizona. However, before she lived in Tempe, Arizona, she used to live in Cartersville, Georgia. So I'm thinking maybe she was there to visit family or something. That's why she was in the area. She's familiar with the area, at least we know that. Now, I did get some inside information from a source that says in the investigation, they believe that she thought she ran something over and she may or may not have been intoxicated. We don't know that yet. We don't know if they're going to run a toxicology report on her or not. It may be up to the family. Sometimes they will leave it up to the family, being that she's already passed and they obviously know that she was ran over by the vehicle. They may not have labs done on her, but I think that they should, because they can find out at least whether or not she was driving sober in her right mind. The source claims that it appears that she tried to put her van in park, but was unsuccessful. Like, she didn't put it all the way in park, it didn't lock in. Therefore, it came out of that park into gear and ran her over when she was in front of it, down towards the ground, checking her wheel. They haven't said what they thought she might have ran over. I don't think there's any dead animals or anything on the side of the road. Nothing obvious that would, that would make it be like, oh, she hit something with her vehicle. But they think that she thought that. So let's see, maybe this investigation will keep going. Maybe they will just close it to give the family closure. But as of right now, it does actually look like a freak accident. Like, she did run herself over, y'all. Which is not completely impossible. Is it very unlikely? Yes, it's highly unlikely. But it's not entirely impossible. And just me, personally, being the spiritual person that I am, I think that the evil in the area had something to do with it. And I think that had she not have stopped there, maybe she would have been okay. And I know that maybe sounds crazy or insensitive to say, but just the fact that her life was lost on that exit makes me feel like there is a great evil here that is bloodthirsty for real. Did y'all hear about back in February a guy wanted for murder and arson, Christopher Lee Dixon? This happened in Resaca, Georgia. There was a home on fire called in. When authorities responded, they found a body inside the home, and dude went on the lam. They found him hiding under a mobile home. They had like SWAT, GSP, aviation, Whitfield County, and Gordon County on him. They shot him when they found him underneath a mobile home, claiming that he was armed, dangerous, and a flight risk. And they arrested it. This is a 240-something pound guy, like in his 40s. Just killed somebody and set the house on fire. Resaca. That happened February the 4th, actually. And before you ask if Resaca people are really built like that, have you heard about the 17-year-old that they just arrested? Like, March 23rd was when the article was released. But they just arrested last month a boy named Daniel Kemp, a 17-year-old from Resaca, for murdering a 19-year-old boy. David Esslinger, his body was found in the Kmart parking lot. They found evidence of a struggle and believed that Daniel dragged the 19-year-old into the woods, unalived him, and then he either left him in the parking lot or that person made their way back to the line of the woods close enough to the parking lot to be discovered. 17 years old, arrested by Calhoun authorities for murder. He's currently in the Gordon County Jail and could be facing more charges. I also scooped up some facts on a case that I heard horror stories about when I was a little girl. There was a Resaca man named Jeff Hampton who was renting from a millionaire carpet executive named Buddy Parker. And Buddy was out of town, and Jeff did not know this, but Buddy had evicted Jeff, and Jeff was very upset, so upset that like he was feeling murderous. So Jeff took an SKS rifle and from 150 yards away fired 11 rounds into Buddy's home. Little did he know, Buddy was not there, but Buddy's 26-year-old daughter was there asleep in the bed. Her name was Tara Swilly. She was asleep at her dad's house. One of those stray bullets struck her in the head, ricocheted, and took her life. Her family is still haunted by this. They've met with the board twice, like the parole board, I think, twice, to speak on how this has affected their life. The board just acts as an audience for the families when they do this. I read an article where they did this for Dalton families, and her family went in and spoke on it twice since her passing. I think the first time they did it was 6 years after the incident. But yeah, crazy stuff has gone on in Resaca, and let it not be any coincidence to you all that this place ain't somewhere for young pretty women to be. There's an evil lurking. I just sincerely believe that there are energies that surround places that cause tragedy or cause good things to happen, and Resaca is one of those places that tragedy just surrounds. You cannot escape it if you're there. So my next video, I want to do a deeper dive on Resaca, specifically their population, details about the area, like geographically. We're going to talk about 2 roads that run through Resaca, Foxbridge Road and Brackett Ridges. We're going to talk about the Oostanala River that runs through Resaca or along Resaca. There are even rumors that there could be people in the river, y'all. So we're going to deep dive more into Resaca specifically. If you are from there, or if you've heard anything about that area, comment below. Let us know what you think about all this.